Friday. Do you know where your IT pros are? We don't. It's Patch and Switch. And now, two guys who are plotting to take over the world using nothing but xylophones and accordions. Here they are. It's Patch and Switch.
I get the accordion.
Well, yeah.
I
mean, listen. A xylophone has mallets. I don't know what they're called. They're not mallets. What are they? What are the little things you do? The
drumsticks? They're kind of drumsticks.
Yeah, I don't know. They're devices. I don't know. I don't play the xylophone yet. We're plotting. We're plotting.
Yes. The plotting has thickened. Wait, what?
Somebody used cornstarch and the plot thickened.
I have to laugh. We got everything all set up this morning. I had my nice light and everything. We're in the middle of the full bumper, and my light is run out of power because it's chargeable.
It's battery powered. Yeah,
it's battery powered.
I actually like the alarm that was sounding.
You know, that's the first time we've been able to play the full countdown. We're normally late.
I had no idea there was an actual alarm at the end of that.
I didn't either. I was like, do I have an alarm going off in here? What's going on?
I was looking at my phone going, wait, what? I was
looking around trying to figure it out myself.
Hey, everybody. We have friends. Friends in chat. Hi, friends. Welcome back. Oh, in case you're wondering, you're stuck with me and Jared today.
Yeah.
The hat has is on a motorcycle somewhere. I believe they went toward Oregon. Here's the thing. Apparently, because they had to leave later than they planned on leaving, because they were supposed to leave, I think, Thursday, and couldn't leave until yesterday for some reason. Wait, yesterday was Thursday. I think they were planning on leaving Wednesday. Regardless, so apparently they loaded up the motorcycles on a trailer on Rick's truck. Air quotes truck.
Yeah.
I believe they only had to stop to charge 19 times. Was the last update.
Oh, it was only 19? That's awesome.
Anyway, so he's on a motorcycle adventure. So yes, good for him getting some downtime. What the hell is that? I haven't seen that yet. We should say good evening to the fairest of Brits who's in chat. Also, Vizio MVP in the house as per usual. That means usual. That's short for usual, just in case anybody knew. Apparently Cooper's human. Buckeye Guy J-Flow in the house as well. Good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Who else have we seen? We've seen Kowski asking if anyone's awake. No. Still asleep?
Nope.
I am still sleeping. Still sleeping.
This is just a fever dream, Kowski. Just a fever dream.
Oh boy. Nobody needs to be dreaming this. Anyway. I did a poor job. I did a very poor job of promoting the show. So everybody will be listening in on replay going, "Oh yeah, there was a show."
Yeah. What can we do?
Yeah. What can you do?
The numbers show it right now.
Listen, I was moving my kid home yesterday. So oldest child is back from Florida. Okay, I love it. Cooper's human J-Flow. That is awesome.
Yes,
way to go,
J-Flow. That is absolutely awesome. Thank you.
So oldest is back from the Florida. So we had it's been a very exciting week. Last week was exciting. We'll talk about that coming up in the program as well. That's assuming that you still have power, right? Like, so your batteries died on the light. You have no fuel in the RV,
in the propane tank. Yes. As I woke up to very cold temperatures in the RV, wondering why my nose is cold. I thought I was a Labrador because my nose was cold and wet.
There you go. Wyatt Canuck joins us. I believe he's in Chicago.
He's in Chicago doing some work things. Yes.
And so good to see Wyatt Canuck in the house as well. I don't see anybody else in chat. Chat's very quiet. I think the Shadiest of Pandas is around. At least that's what it looks like. So yeah, at any rate, it's quiet around. Listen, it's a post-conference week. It is a short week. because we had the Memorial Days on
in
and,
the US
and bank holidays.
Bank holidays.
There were bank
Most other
holidays
places.
that occurred.
Yep.
And nobody's around. Like, let's just be honest. Everybody had Monday off. You think they're working Friday? Nah.
Oh God,
Nah.
no.
I'm only here because I had no excuse to cancel the show. I mean,
I understand that. I'm only here because I was actually on call this week, including the holiday. So.
oh, fun. Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
But it wasn't the normal poop fest that it is. So,
like I said, people aren't paying attention to things. They're not around. They're not doing working.
I will note there was a couple of weeks there leading up to last week that it was busier than all Hades around.
Yeah. Agreed. I was Hades busy. Hades busy.
Yes.
Hey, let's start the show.
Do we want to start the show? You sure?
Let's start the show. I have no more shenanigans to shenanigan at this point. Like I think my brain is like just sloshing around in there. It's kind of done. We have segments of the big program. We start off with the first segment, which is from the trenches, which is things that we're doing from our day jobs. We'd love to hear from chat, the three people that are actually listening live to the program, which, by the way, if you are not listening live and you are listening via replay, we are every other Friday, every fortnight on twitch.tv/patch and switch. And you can join us in chat. And you can participate in the program. 9 a.m. Pacific time, by the way. If you're watching us live now, you're sitting there going, no kidding, dude. But we're also available.
UTC.
What was UTC on that?
1600 UTC.
1600 on the UTCs. You also find us on youtube.com/patch and switch. And then, of course, X. Whatever that platform is, we're there. Don't do a lot there, but we're there. We're also on the faciest of books, where my face is on a book. All right, so for the trenches things we've been doing in our day job, we had a very, very big week last week.
It was a slightly busy week last week.
It was a busy week. We had a big week. We did the builds.
Yes, we did.
Microsoft builds. Actually, you can't call it build, by the way. You have to say Microsoft build. At least once. So the first time you say Microsoft build, and from that point you can say build. Just to be clear, that is the official rule of law.
First rule of Microsoft build.
Well, apparently the broadcasting.
First rule of Microsoft build, you have to call it Microsoft build. Second rule of Microsoft build, you still have to call it Microsoft build.
But after you say Microsoft build one time, you call it build. That's what they told me. UTC is 4 p.m.
That's what 1600 is.
1600.
Yeah.
100. I was all over build, literally. The live stream. I think I did. I want to say, if I counted it up, there was well over 20, potentially 30 plus segments on the build stream. From day one, we began day one. Well, actually, we can rewind to the Saturday before.
Okay.
Where I thought I would have downtime and I could go, enjoy some local tasty brewery beverages with friends. That didn't happen. We had rehearsals and pre-recording shoots because, interestingly enough, a fun fact from behind the scenes, we had one crew. And oddly enough, they want breaks, like to eat, use the restroom, just like we do as that quote talent. So there were moments so what was interesting is we had to bring multiple options for wardrobe. And then they would come, somebody holding a clipboard and wearing a headset would come up to me. And those are the people I listened to. Just the entire week basically was me just going to wherever somebody holding a clipboard and wearing a headset would point to. And they would just say, look at glass, talk. And I'm like, okay, I look at glass and talk. That's fine. So the wardrobe options, we had the day one look, the day two look, and the day three look. And then sometimes, even before the show even started, we would have to put on the various looks to do small segments to get us through the lunch break and other times. What's really bizarre is during the event, when you were there, the build stage was in the hub, the main area, kind of the otherwise known as an expo area, but it's called the hub officially.
Okay.
I'd be sitting there and then I would pop up
hub.
on the big screen and I'm like, wait, that's why. Okay. At any rate, so we started Saturday. We did rehearsal Saturday, Sunday, Monday, pre-shapes as well. And then we started the show on Tuesday. Tuesday was fun. We had a great announcements and keynotes, some really cool stuff from some of our partners. Intel's doing some really cool stuff with NPU and AI and NPU. Our friends at NVIDIA doing some really cool stuff as well. AMD, Qualcomm. I had some really cool partner interviews. Usually those are kind of not really technical fun segments.
Right.
If you go back and have a look, some of my favorites, the Docker segment I did. We did a Docker segment where they were talking about two new capabilities. One is called Docker Debug, and then the other, I forget what the other one was, but for the ability to actually go to a non-running container and actually go in and run the debug capabilities was super cool. So that was fun. Tuesday was day one. In addition to doing the day-long broadcast, I delivered a session.
Wow.
I talked to developers, my friend.
Did they listen to you?
No. Well, okay. So I had a pretty full room. And you know how at every tech conference, you have a group of I don't know, anywhere between 6 and 10, 12 people who come in. And they come in 5 minutes after the session started, probably because they were in another session and they were standing at the back of the room and it sucked, so they left. So they came in and they were standing at the back of the room. I can say they listened because they stayed the entire time. In fact, some of them even found seats, but for the most part, they were still standing at the back of the room. So I take that as a big W, a win.
That is a W.
Wired Canuck says Copilot. Yeah, we did talk a lot about Copilot, but there was a theme also at the event starting on day 2, which was security, which was really cool. We talked a lot about developer security. My session on Monday was data security considerations for AI. Yes. Dylan tried to link. Dylan is spamming us.
Yes, he is.
Dylan.
Spammer.
Dylan. Listen,
Reporting
I know we
now.
don't have anybody here, but no spamming, Dylan, in chat. Dylan.
He's not real.
Dylan RB05. No spamming in chat. So I did a data security session, and I did it with my good friend Richard Diver, who is a technical story architect, I believe is his title. I'm like, you only took that job for the title, 100%. J-Shock got the band hammer out. Slam.
Bam! You know what I basically said to Dylan?
Not yet.
No.
At any rate, data security session at 4:45 on day 1. The last session before the welcome reception.
Nice.
I still had 400 people in the room. So I was feeling happy.
That's actually excellent.
I was feeling happy. I was feeling happy about that.
That was about the time I was leaving the RV to head into the little social event that occurred.
Yes, and that was about the time that I literally was passing out while standing on stage because I was up at 4:15 in the morning. So it was good. It was good good data session. A lot of good feedback. I'm going to continue to deliver that session around. So if you are interested, you can head on over to build.microsoft.com and watch the replay. It is BRK226, so Breakout 226, which is data security considerations for AI. It may be for AI adoption. I don't remember. I wrote the title. You'd think I would know.
Yeah, well,
Wired Connect says it's better than the first session after the party. Yes, you are correct, sir. However, this time, the closing party was it. There were no more sessions the next day after the closing party.
No.
Yes.
That never happens. That never happens.
So that, wow. I thought that was actually kind of cool because we could do the closing party, or if you chose, you could depart. Can we talk about SeaTac a little bit, my friend? Can we talk about? So I was not paying much attention to the fact that it was a holiday weekend when I booked my travel home. And that Friday of the travel weekend is one of the busiest travel days ever at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. In addition to it being one of the most busiest travel days, it is also the kickoff weekend to cruise ships. So there's people coming in and leaving. And leaving. And in the almighty wisdom of the Port of Authority of Seattle, or whatever they call themselves nowadays. Oh, look, hey, Microsoft Developer has posted my session on YouTube. Yes. It has 156 views. That needs more views. Okay, anyway. In addition, they've decided they are going to close 80% of the airport on the non-air side. So this is where you would pick up baggage or check in and everything. It's all shut down. They're doing some sort of construction.
Exactly. Because why not? That's what you do, right? Is shut down airports.
So I still am subscribed to various alerts through the Port of Seattle, and then of course our good friends over at Alaska Airlines.
They're not.
When I left, and so hey Eddie, so DJ Eddie L in the house says SeaTac was packed Friday. Thank goodness for the Delta Microsoft priority check-in. I couldn't find that, by the way. I couldn't find the Alaska one.
Yeah, I think they've removed it.
No, it's supposed to still be there because apparently it is there somewhere. I just couldn't find it. But
right.
I had looked at one point in time the security at security section 4, which is kind of the main one for particularly those with pre-check.
For TSA pre.
So TSA pre was a 60 minute wait for TSA pre. 60. If you did not have pre-check, and this was I was leaving in the afternoon, so I don't know, Eddie, if in the morning it was different, but in the afternoon, I was there almost 3 hours before my flight. 60 minutes for normal TSA pre-check. It was 90 plus minutes if you were going through normal general security. And then for clear, if you had clear, now, for those of you who know SeaTac, there's the clear section is literally right there. You normally just walk up. Maybe there's 2 or 3 people ahead of you, maybe 4. Oh, no, they had stanchions. And I'm just like, well, that's not too bad. And then I walk up and she goes, no, sir, the line starts there. And it then proceeds to wind back toward the doors. So we're going from where TSA is. There's a coffee shop or a restaurant there. It goes past that to the doors, snakes back up and around, and then lines up across the hall. Eddie says, I was there at 11 and had one person ahead of me at clear. And I was 16 and a half minutes from the time I entered the line until the time that I went to the machine and did the thing. And then, of course, it was super easy because he just walked up and they're like, show your boarding pass, and then through I go. It was not bad after that. It was just there was a lot of lines. The rental car center was absolute insanity. I can also tell you that. But at any rate, we did manage to depart.
I would, for your given situation, I'm just going to be a little bold here. Next time something, like a big event like that's in Seattle, consider flying into Payne Field. I know Las Vegas, Alaska has flights to Payne.
So the only reason I did not fly into Payne, the rental car situation.
Oh, they don't have a good rental situation up there?
That is correct.
That's...
Yeah, and I needed a vehicle because for the first few days I was staying on the Redmond side to save some dollars, right? Because staying downtown over the weekend can be very costly. So
very much.
I was being budget conscious.
Yep. Nope.
Budget consideration. I love another random IT guy. C-Tech was not bad for me Saturday morning. Of course not. So I was thinking, and it was good to catch up with another random IT guy as well, who I saw for when did I see? After he gave me a ride after the main party, because I ran into him and Bartolo, who's he's the wireless Canuck, right?
Yes, he's the wireless one. Pierre's
There's
the
a
wired.
wired one. Okay, at any rate.
Pierre requires fiber connection.
Yeah, this is true, 100%. So I ran into him and he's like, "Are you going to take the bus back or would you like a ride?" And his rental was an excursion. Have you ever tried to drive an excursion in downtown Seattle?
No,
Have you ever tried to park an excursion in downtown Seattle?
No. And this is the trolling I got when I said I was going to try and make it to the Mary Jo Foley Paul Thurrott party
Gathering
over at a gathering over at Teku Tavern. Mary Jo Foley goes, "Are you bringing the RV downtown?" I'm like, "Oh, hell no."
Well, you know what? Because they were doing an event, I bet that they could have asked that venue to block off like 5 parking spots in front of the venue. And you could have just rolled up, opened the doors, knocked out, put down the lawn chairs.
Yeah. I don't think they would have let me create the fire pit though.
Run the speakers with the speaker wire going back to the amplifier and bust out a little bit of Leonard Skinner.
Exactly. Drop the black tank hose into the sewer line.
No, we're not doing that. No, negative Ghost Rider. So at any rate, build was good. How about a pickup with a trailer in downtown? No, Kowski. No. Negative.
God, no.
We don't do that.
I wouldn't take it anywhere within the Seattle city limits. Not even on the freeway.
So anyway, yeah, good build. Lots of cool conversations, cool videos. Had a chat with some of our friends in Identity on the live stream. Had some chat with, like I said, some of our really cool partners. The Docker one was super fun because we had whales. And then I got in an argument with one of the guys that I was interviewing around, is it GIF or GIF? And it didn't matter which one he said. I was going to say the opposite, because when we were actually having a chat before, I corrected him. And so he used that term in the interview, and I proceeded to use the opposite one just because that's what I do. AZ Growler guy, oh, it's good to see you, my friend. So you're saying you can't drive the RV very well?
It's not that I can't drive the RV very well. It's the fact that it's 31 feet long.
And nobody else can drive downtown. And the streets,
exactly.
the streets are 7.5 inches wide.
Yes.
So
yes.
Like literally the streets in Seattle are designed to have no more than 2 Prius passing each other at any given time.
Exactly.
And even then it's a little scary.
Yeah. No, I had an interesting week last week just because it was interesting to have everybody here for the whole event. And then I'm over. Well, I wasn't even on campus working. I was, working from the RV out here.
You were out in the boonies listening to your Skinner, kicking it with a fire burning, where you were burning your trash.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh. And So I had a revelation this morning, by the way, driving back from picking up my coffee this morning. I'm driving up. I moved spots. If those of you that follow me on the Instagrams might have seen, I have a new campsite, which is bigger. I can actually have a fire in the fire pit, not burn the RV because they're like right on top of each other. And I was driving up the kind of back road to my spot, and I looked to the left, and in the middle of the trees is this huge antenna. I'm like, oh, hey, that's the T-Mobile antenna. Like, it's 150 feet, or 150 yards that way. just right over my
So
shoulder.
what you're saying is you have a really good cell signal right now.
Yes, I have 5 bars on all my T-Mobile devices.
What you're saying is that when night falls, you glow in the dark.
Yes, I do actually. Yes. Yes.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Or, the better thing is if there's any sort of listening device in the RV, it is effectively being jammed by T-Mobile.
There you go. CIA, we got you this time.
Exactly.
NSA.
Ha.
Kowski, yes, I was picking up a high dollar donation of smartboards. It was worth it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe that might be worth driving a pickup truck with a trailer. I drove a pickup truck downtown quite often.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that was dodgy enough as it is. I can't imagine with the trailer. Another random IT guy apparently hated everything about driving that behemoth downtown. Yeah, no worries. Yeah. I got you.
Yep.
I got you.
Yep.
So that was my week. That was, and then that was last week. And then this week, come back and it's instantaneous revamping of planning. As most people know and should have seen the announcements, we talked about it in the day 2 build keynote about Microsoft Secure Future Initiative. There's a lot. I'm basically rewriting my entire strategy talk around SFI. So, I mean, that's what we do. And then, of course, it is the glorious time of year where we do our connects, which is our reviews and self-assessments. And so not only did I have to do all of the folks that were on my team, I had to do my own. And then management decided he was going to depart to go on some motorcycle adventures. So I had a deadline. I don't know what this is. Normally I turn mine in 11:59, 58 before everything's due. I actually got mine done early. I got mine done before I even left.
I got mine done semi-early for me for the first time.
All I can say,
my boss was actually like, "Are you okay?"
Copilot referencing a document that has all of the stuff in it.
Yeah.
And then then just tweaking words. Ideal.
I will admit I didn't use Copilot in mine, and my boss actually recognized that. He goes, "Thank you for not using Copilot."
Why does it matter?
It was just funny. He was like, he noticed everyone else's
you would
all
not
sounded
know
the same.
If you read mine, you would not know whether or not I wrote it or Copilot wrote it.
Yeah.
Just saying. It just provides a framework. I
understand, but he could tell who used Copilot and who didn't.
There you go. Because some people just use Copilot, copy paste, and call it good and don't modify it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wired Canuck, if it wasn't for the last minute, nothing would ever get done. True.
It's true. It's very true.
That is, yes.
I've had some fun in my job this week though, because I am on call this week.
Wait, you're still on call?
Yes, I'm.
It didn't end after the holiday?
Nope.
That's lame.
I'm on.
Who do we need to talk to?
Our on call goes Saturday to Friday.
Oh, so so what time are you done being on call?
Yeah, today's the last day of being on call, but
so does that end at midnight or does it end at 5? Does it end what time?
10 p.m.
Oh, 10 p.m.
Pacific.
Okay, there you go.
And so I am on call till 10 p.m. tonight, and then I can hand it off to the next on-call person. But I've been having fun. One of the things that came up this week, and I'm doing as DRI, is we had a whole bunch of old resources in Azure subscriptions that needed to just go away. Delete.
Hold down shift and press delete. Is that like that? Like never to be seen again?
Never to be seen again. And it felt cathartic to just delete all this stuff. And I've been finding various ways to do deletes, which is kind of fun. For the most part, I will say this. One of the best ways to do a delete on a subscription is to enumerate all the resource groups and then delete the resource groups, because it will auto delete.
Oh, that takes everything. Yeah.
Yep.
That takes everything.
Unless you have some specialty items. And then those get blocked, and then we have some people that actually put key locks. They put locks on items. So I'm going to have to go and say, okay, hey, You have a storage account here that you put a delete lock on. What's the deal?
Can we talk about this? The resource that it is leveraging is no longer available.
Exactly. Well, no, it's the resource is still there. It's got to go though.
No, the resource.
Can't stay here.
Gotcha.
Yeah. These are all prototype or proof of concept subscriptions.
Gotcha.
And people were building production systems in there, and it's like,
well, why wouldn't
no?
You? Why wouldn't you build production and test? Why would you test? Just do it live.
I go back to my standard response.
No. Hey, listen, that's what we do here. We just do it.
I know. And then I sat there when I kept looking at all these resources. I kept saying,
You're using excuses just to play your soundboard. That's fine.
Yes, I am.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
I mean, who doesn't like a good villager?
Yeah, Minecraft villager. Yes, exactly. Eddie says TIP, test in production. That's a different show. We don't talk about that show. No.
Yes, we do. We can talk about it all we want.
We don't talk about that show. Not here. That's another.
No,
show.
it's not. It's. See, this is a problem, Eddie. Testing in production is fine when you run production and test.
Well,
no.
Then, does that technically not make test production?
Technically, that makes.
So therefore, it's
bad.
fine because you're running tests in production.
No. That makes you a bad person, and you should hate yourself for running it.
JFlo says if it works, don't touch it.
Yeah, no, that's no longer a thing. Because, yeah.
That's no longer a thing.
I got to delete all of that, including one system that they kept saying they can't move to another subscription. And I was actually told by my managers, go ahead and delete it.
So Fair Brit says I've tested, it's working, so I can use it for production.
Yeah, no. And that's the key right there, Cooper's human. It is not secure.
It is not secure. How do you know it's not secure?
Because it's in a non-production subscription.
Another random IT guy. Do not want to relive the past 6 months because of testing in production.
I agree with him. In fact, So here's the funny story. I've known another random IT guy in our chat room for a long time. I also knew him from another perspective, but I didn't know they were the same people. So I'm like, oh my God.
Worlds have collided.
The worlds have collided.
Worlds have collided.
But so that's what I was doing this week. I was deleting a lot of resources that shouldn't have been put where they were put, helping people to migrate them to production subscription.
Move them to the correct system
Yes.
they belong in.
Make sure that they follow all the proper configurations and stuff.
There you go. Let's move to the second segment of the programming. That's the English way of spelling things, programming. If we're still here, because Jared is completely locked up. So, hey, chat, can I get a thumbs up or something in chat to tell me that we're still on? Because I can't see. All I see is back. Jared. Are we good? Are we still on? I don't think you are.
Yeah, no, I was wondering that myself.
Okay. Chat says we're getting still
thumbs
here.
Up. We're getting thumbs up. We're
all right,
still live.
There you go. All right. So second segment of the show.
Can you say hiccup? Can you say hiccup?
I thought your cell signal is so strong that it overpowered the router, and there was just so many giggies. It just couldn't. Okay.
Yes. So shall we talk a little beer money?
Beer money, which is the support that we do for our friends, our families, friends, sisters, uncles, cousins. Any beer money support in your world, JFlo? Or J-Shock? Sorry, I saw JFlo and yeah. Don't read chat while trying to speak.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. No, there other than resetting up the Jayhawk, getting it back into connectivity, all that fun stuff. I gotta say, man, I am loving Ubiquiti Dream Router as a little portable device.
Dream router.
Yeah, it's the one that looks like
A cylinder.
a cylinder. Yeah,
Yeah.
It looks like an Amazon Echo.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Everybody's systems just lit up. Blink. What?
I know exactly.
I'm not allowed to have those.
I'm not either. Yep.
So I have two. I have two. They're like in the storage bins, and they'll probably never see the light of day again.
When I go to my sister's house, if I'm working there, I have to work from either in the guest room, which doesn't have one of those devices, or if I'm downstairs, I'm always unplugging them because I can't talk about them.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
AZ Growler guy cleaned up and moved a server rack, moved across country, rewired it completely. It's one of those jobs that like you don't want to do, but when it's finished, it's so completely satisfying. It's like when every time I go open up the closet where my wiring is now, I just go, oh, look at how clean that is. I told the story on the show. We reran the wires back up through the wall, and I'm like, I just needed to find something. There's a grommet you can use, just the grommet you can use, and then you can't see any wires. The only thing that you can see is that I've actually connected another device, and I didn't put it on the shelf. I just stuck it underneath it. But yeah,
Gotcha.
It's awesome. Beer money support when the kids come back and they get back on this network after being on the college campus network with all of their stuff that required a little bit of minor reconfiguration of devices so that they could get back on and have full. They were fine. They were able to access everything, but they had stuff in between. And so things were a little slow. So we had to do just a little bit of minor modifications of things here. It's been actually very quiet. I had no beer money requests while I was away.
That's nice.
Nothing
That's
happened.
nice.
I think the last beer money we did was on the last show that I was on, where the entire system went, because I was away. I think it was in California, and the entire home system had gone down. Mm-hmm. And oddly enough, when you lose the fiber into the house, the device that you've thought so smartly, well, I'm just going to connect a smart power switch to this. So if I have to cycle that router, I can just go in. Well, when you can't actually get in, that doesn't work. So we had to do a manual.
Help at all. Yeah.
We had to do a manual, which was, okay, so open the thing. Now look, you see that brick? Don't click that button. Click the other one next to it. Eventually, we had it all reset. Everything was good. Everything was fine. So not a lot of beer money happening. We're going into the summer season where people are more outdoors, especially here, particularly here. It's already 90 degrees freedom units, and it's only 9:38 in the morning.
It's going to hit 70 here in the Seattle area.
Whoa. It's not even June.
Tomorrow is, but but it was 46 last night.
Well, there you go.
43. 43 was the low.
Let's see, what was our low today?
And remember, I didn't have propane last night, so I had no heat.
The low last night was 76.
Yes, I'm looking back behind me. Currently, it's 49 degrees outside.
Yeah, we're 90 degrees, headed to 103. So only the second triple digit day of the year, and it looks to be, we will be in the triple digits. No, well, Sunday we won't be. But then we cool back down next week. So back into the upper 90s of freedom. Back into the upper 90s.
Great.
Units. Yeah.
No,
it's a dry heat.
Don't even start with me on that. Yeah, whatever. Everybody says that. So is a convection oven.
Listen, we don't get up into like 107 and above till next month. So
okay.
And then it's only that way for like July and August, and then we're fine again.
I'm the one nice thing I will say about being in the Jayhawk again is that device that you can't see right up there.
Sorry, air conditioning unit?
10,000 BTUs of air conditioning.
Yeah, but you can't use it right now because you don't have any gas.
It's electric. Boogie woogie.
Okay. All right. Eddie says June 1 kicks off hurricane season for those of us on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Absolutely then says makes a change from tornado season. Tornado season's been odd and crazy and had some massive ones. But like not in the typical places where you would expect to see it in the plains. However, that's apparently changing today.
Yes.
So I saw.
Yes. I was actually I'll admit one of my sources of entertainment is because I have YouTube Premium is watching the YouTubes. And Reed Timmer, one of the most infamous tornado changers.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff, that dude's crazy. That dude is just, I mean,
100%.
he is just crazy.
AZ Growler guy survived the storms in KC and DFW. Oh, the DFW ones were brutal. Were you around that?
They were.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah.
Then Houston. So they said, they're like, oh, a tornado touchdown downtown. No, it was not they actually gone back and found out that it was not a tornado. It was just the straight line winds from that storm.
Yep.
That just completely just destroyed downtown. AZ Growler guy on the runway for hours. Oh, that's not fun.
No, it isn't.
Did you see the video of the American Airlines plane at DFW where the winds were so strong, it literally turned the plane?
That's when it gets scary is when now I've seen that one a few times with summer storms. The funny one, of course, is when you watch it in like Finland when it's middle of winter, it's icy and it's
then it just starts moving. Yeah.
I mean, up there, a light breeze would move it when it's that icy. But yes, I saw that when I saw that one, and that just gets scary. The other one that I saw. There were a couple others at smaller airports where like Cessnas were blown over. Just like, literally picked up and turned over.
Yeah, flipping Cessnas.
But what a couple of the videos that Reed Timmer had, I mean, they had windmills, and they just looked like they were made of spaghetti. The way they just fell apart.
Just toys. Yeah. Like birchwood.
And I mean, it was absolutely amazing to watch that. I will say, though, I had to mute after a while because all they did was scream and yell, "Oh, my God, can you see this?"
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay. They do scream a lot. Yeah. Another random IT guy. I have a home assistant routine triggered by a button that resets the whole network. Where's this button?
Good question.
Can that routine be triggered if it detects no signal coming in? That's what I'm wondering. Like, could there be an auto reset? I'm not sure you want that going if there is a fiber outage, right? No, probably not. Probably not. I don't know. I'm just the reality is I can point them to exactly the switch that needs to be switched if there is an issue, and it's that's fine. Hey, let's beer talk. Beer talk. Beer.
I drank beer for the first time in a long time.
Well, there you go. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I was happy to be back in the PNW.
Yep.
With some good. So I had a nice little pale ale at after we finished up at the event on Thursday. You know, there's a Pike Brewing just outside the new convention center. Unfortunately, you have to exit the convention center, loop all the way around. There's no way to get to it from inside, which would have been a better business plan. Just saying.
It would have been.
But I had a nice little something pale ale. It was some random thing that they had there on tap. It was good. It was nice. It was good to be back in the land of Georgetown Brewing at the Aeropuerte because I got there early. I was just walking past and I was looking at the various things that they had and saw plenty of Bodie's office. Bodie's great, but then I walked past one of the restaurants and I saw the nice rounded Georgetown tap with the red label that says Manny's.
Yeah.
And I sat there for an hour and a half And I had several Manny's Pale Ales, and we will not talk about how much they charged for a pint of Manny's at the airport, but it doesn't matter because I had time, and it was just so nice to be there. And then there's, is it Frem? P-H-R-E-M, Frem? How do you?
Don't know.
Hold on. I'm looking. Stand by. If only there was this thing where I could brewing. Frem. P-F-R-I-E-M brewing.
Okay. Never heard of them.
They are Washington. Their tasting room is located. Where is their tasting room? They're Oregon. I'm sorry. They're not Washington. They're Oregon.
Oh.
My friend, I had several of their beer because there was in the hotel lobby, at the Hyatt Regency, which is the only place I really went. They had 3 different ones, and I was able to try them just over the various nights because I would stop by there, grab one, go up to my room, barely finish it before I was passed out drooling at 9 o'clock. I was telling you earlier, I was up at 4:15 a.m. I was usually asleep by 9 a.m. That sounds like the schedule that I should keep at Del Boca Vista versus at an actual event. But that's the way it goes when you're doing the broadcast.
That's the way it happens.
Yeah, we were broadcasting for 12 hours a day. So that was, pretty XT
busy one. I actually had Maui Brewing's coconut porter.
Oh, at the event, at the closing party for Build, they had Microsoft Build. They had the Kona Big Wave, which is
nice.
Now, so those of you who don't know, in Las Vegas, at our grocery store, it's the same company that owns Kroger and QFC and Fred Meyer, depending upon where you are in the country. Here at Smith's.
Okay.
We actually have a bar in our Smith's.
Nice.
And they have 20 beer on tap there.
Wow.
And the highest priced ones are the barrel aged things where you're limited, and those are $5.
Oh.
Generally, they're $3 or $4 a pint. They're having a promotion where they have Kona Brewing in-house. And I can go get not just the bottles or cans of the Big Wave. I can get it on tap, and it's $3.50 for a pint.
Can they fill growlers too?
No.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they you can't get it to go. Though there's a lot of places in Vegas you can get drinks to go, that's always one of those things that throws me off. They're like, well, do you want a to-go cup for that? And I'm like, oh yeah, I can take it with me.
One of the interesting things, having spent many years in Montana in the 90s, for many years in Montana, they had no open container laws as a state. Only the cities or counties had open container laws. And you would not believe how many bars in certain areas were like, want that in a go cup?
Yeah. Well, it's like there used to be a time that you could cross over the border from Texas to Louisiana.
Yep.
And I forget the name of the town that was right there, but like they literally had to drive up, get margaritas and daiquiris.
Yeah. That's surprising.
Get you a 32-ounce frozen margarita in a styrofoam cup.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
AZ Growler guy had tiki last night. Tiki. There's been 2 new tiki bars that have opened up downtown. I have not yet been, which I need to do.
Downtown in Vegas?
Yes, in Vegas. There's one on the Strip and one in downtown.
Okay.
J Flo says North High Brewing opened their patio in Westerville. Cooper and I can walk uptown and sit there. So Cooper gets beer, J Flo gets water.
Yep. But he also saw Mr. Ladwig and had
yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
I was chatting with Mr. Ludwig as well, and he's heading this way as well, and we'll be coming by. We will be tiki.
I've known Scott for years, and I keep forgetting. Is it Ladwig or Ladwig?
It's Ludwig.
Ladwig. Okay. Thank you.
Or Ladwig. Either way. Sorry.
Don't do that to me.
AZ Growler Guy, some Fries in Phoenix area have beer and wine bars in there as well. So much more fun to shop for groceries. They do have wine at this place as well. I just don't drink wine. But Fries being the grocery store, not the electronics superstore, which is now shut down, which makes me sad because there was a really nice, great big large one that was just out by the airport and I drive by it all the time. Here in Vegas, so that's gone. Kowski, is that the husbands will go shopping with the wives? Or you just go in? So they have trivia night and it's packed. In the grocery store. Like, this is crazy. Like, at any given time, like, my guess is if I go over there at any time afternoon, there'll be at least 5 to 10 people in that area. And then if you go over there at like 5 p.m. on any given night, it's packed. And you can hear it when you walk into the grocery store.
Since it's in Vegas, do they have slots too? Or
there are slots, but it's in a separate area. So there are no table games, just slot machines. Okay. Just slot machines. I did actually imbibe it. Some friends were in town, so we went over to the casino and had dinner, and then played some games for a little bit. I plugged in $20 into a video poker machine. I played for 40 minutes. I lost 37 cents. I did win an additional $20, but I gave it back to them, so it doesn't count.
Okay.
They were playing the little craps machines that the dice are in the kind of bubble thing. Each one was average loss about $92, and they lasted about 5 minutes. So I think I won there. We're talking about Micro Center. We're not going to talk about Micro Center. Well, I can get to a Micro Center. Actually, you know what I can do? If necessary, I can have JFlow go to Micro Center and send me stuff. Or another random IT guy is by our Micro Center as well. So he can pick stuff up and then save it for me for the next time that I go to Disneyland, and then he can give it to me. So that's what we do there.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true. I've never been to a Micro Center. I remember right next to the Overlake Mall there, the old Circuit City.
Circuit City, yes. Gotta love Circuit City.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't exist anymore. It's like a Trader Joe's now.
Yeah, it is. No, actually, it's a rock climbing.
Place. Rock climbing.
Rock
oh yeah, that's
place.
right. Over. Behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the theater, movie theater.
Yep.
By the movie theater. DJ Eddie says they just opened one in North Carolina, in Charlotte. That's awesome. He said, Growler Guy, I used to work for Circuit City. Did you work? Tell me you worked in the stereo department. That would you had to have worked in the stereo department.
Yeah.
Had to. Hey, listen.
Since we're talking about Micro, do we switch it to the random spending?
Well, we can do random spending here in just a minute, but Answer City. He was in Answer City. He was answering all the things. You know that we have been taking words, 3 work safe words throughout the program. It's not too late to get yours in by using the !word command in chat, or you can also head on over and vote for the words because Stream Elements just said go to patchandswitch.showbot.tv. It's almost as if I knew that Stream Elements bot was going to say something. It's almost like, no, Jared didn't give it a command to say it. No, it was just my perfect timing of the program.
It has perfect AI. It has perfect AI.
We have the AIs. We have the AIs. At any rate, so we can talk about random spending. Have you random spent?
Oh God, have I random spent?
Anything good?
No.
God,
no. Unfortunately, not on technology lately.
No technology, no tech, no new tech.
No, a lot of it has been things to update and improve the RV a bit here and there.
AZ Growler Guy asked, do tiki mugs count for random spending? Yes. I agree. I think that counts 100%. I'll agree.
Yeah.
I still have not bought a gaming laptop.
Okay.
But now they have the Legion Pro on sale for $1,200, and it's got a 4070 in it. I might have to make that. I don't know. I'm still on the fence. Yeah, we did give it steel signal. Yes. I'm not sure. I'm on the fence. There's not been a lot of technology spending here of late. Oh, actually, no, that's not true. I did random send. Hold on.
I'm holding. This is the part of the show. Actually, I did do a random spend recently. Oh, nice.
So, my old Bose noise canceling headphones, they're not looking very good.
Okay.
So I did some research and I picked up the new Sony MX. Are they the 1000s or whatever they are? I'll look up the new Sony noise canceling headphones. The big premium ones. Which ones are they? The WH-1000 XM4s.
Wow. Okay.
Love them. Super comfortable. Amazing noise cancellation. It's smart noise cancellation. So, like when I got onto the plane, it noticed that there was other noise and it just flipped the modes automatically, and I didn't need to change anything. Forever battery life on these bad boys. Absolutely love them. Highly recommend. And if you're interested in them, they're $75 off at Costco, and it's the brand new model, the one that just came out. So I picked them up, and then I went to Costco when I got home, and I saw that they were on sale, and I went, can we do a price adjustment? And they're like, talk to this guy here. And they did. They actually did that. So it was awesome. It was awesome.
Hashtag not an ad. Hashtag not sponsored.
Another random IT guy had to buy a new tenant this week. Found mold in the old one. How do you find mold in a tenant?
Tent.
Autocorrect switch tent to tenant. It's been a year apparently. I was like, listen, I know there's some old tenants out there, and I know that we're doing a security thing, but I didn't know mold had grown in them. Did not know mold had grown in them.
Nice.
So,
that happens. That happens with the
moldy tenants.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. Absolutely.
We love that. I think that's going to be one of the worst.
I did have one random spend actually recently.
Oh. Phone. You got a phone.
I got a phone.
You got a Droid? An Android phone?
It's a Motorola.
A Motorola.
It was
it a
on
flip
sale.
Phone? Did you get a flip phone, J-Shot?
No, I didn't. But
No?
I got it replaced my so Microsoft instituted a policy where you had to have, if you had an Android phone, it had to support Android 12 or 13 minimum, and my old OnePluses only supported Android 11.
Gotcha.
So I got totally disconnected. This was on sale for $75.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I know.
That's
and
amazing.
Not only that, I juggled a lot of my lines. This is now my backup line on Verizon, because everything is on T-Mobile.
As it should be.
And I was able to shut down some lines and save some money, and then I still have my two lines, basically. I have my T-Mobile line, and I have my Verizon line. And work is now the Verizon one.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The Ferris Brit said Sonos has a sale on, so got to move to with 26% off.
That's not bad. That's
not bad at all. In fact, I'm looking at one right now. They've got them at, at the Costco's, and it's $334. That's actually really good. I might. Oh, and their bundle includes a $79 travel bag voucher.
That's cool.
And 30% off Sonos accessories. I have one of the older Sonos's outside. And I'm not worried about liquid. It's more the dust. But
right.
The Move 2 is very similar to my new, the new one that I have back. Well, you can't see it because of the boxes, but that I was grooving to some music earlier before the show started.
Not just you. I was grooving to the music as well.
That is true, because you could hear it through my microphone. Yes,
I could. It was glorious. I was enjoying.
I have one of the Roams. I like the Roam. The Roam we use that in the master bath, because we listen to music and such as we get ready and such.
Yeah,
so.
I have a flip for the bathroom, a JBL flip, and then a JBL charge when I'm outside here at the RV.
I'm a full Sonos ecosystem here. Okay, listen. Hey, we've got to really quickly because we're out of time. I don't know where the time went, but we're going to go to patchandswitch.show.tv. We're going to pick 3 work safe words that you've probably voted on, and I'm going to completely ignore. So we're going to say moldy tenants, Circuit City Scoosh. Moldy Tenants, Circuit City Scoosh, which will be the title for the next program, which is in a fortnight's time, which I hope that we will see the entire gang back together. As I look at my schedule to see, am I actually in Disney that time? No, I'm not. I'm not going to Disneyland until the end of the month. And most likely, well, actually, I should be back for that show because I think that is a show week, right? Skip, do a show, skip, do a show. Yeah, so that should be... I should be back for that. Otherwise, I'll just do it from the hotel, which is fine.
Okay.
We've done that before. Oh, or do we need to be back? Anyway, we'll figure it all out. All right, listen. Thanks, everybody, for locking in. I want to say, we'll say thanks to AZ Growler Guy. It's a long time to see you. Good to see you. The Fairest of Brits, thanks for joining us. Absolutely, with their bringing their moldy tenants in. Because another random IT guy has moldy tenants. Vizio MVP, J-Flow, thanks as well for joining us. Eddie, good to see you. Did I see you? I did see you, but it was a week. Can we just talk about that? I don't know who I saw and who I didn't see. I didn't see Jared, even though you were just like, but that was a whole other conversation we can have later. I think that's everybody. Kowski in the house. We said Ferris of Brits, the Shadiest of Pandas, Vizio MVP. Yeah, I think we've seen everybody. We're back in a fortnight's time. Until then, have a weekend, everybody.
But is it really a dry heat?